Hello children, how are you all? In this session, we are going to discuss about the Russian Revolution and its impact. So I am just going to give introductions about Russian Revolution. So the economic and political social conditions that prevail or that happen in Russia leads to a great losses and sufferings or damages caused in the First World War One. So this led to there were two revolutions took place in the year 1917. So remember this, in the year 1917 there were two important revolutions took place. The first one is abdication. Abdication means removal of their unfamous, unfamiliar, and weaker leader who can't do any best and better to the Russian peoples. So they were decided to remove or fail to do the duties of government by a teaser government. So that led to the revolution against or refusal and resistance against the teachers government. This is one of the revolution why the Russian Revolution got outbreak in the year 1917. And another reason is uh, the great and one of the famous leaders around the world in Russia and around the world, Lenin, who emerged as a very powerful and strong leader in Russia, and he started supporting and bringing the peace in Russia and withdraw from the First World War One, and also he established a communist government in Russia. So these were the two reasons. Second reason is after emerging of Lenin, he withdraws from the First World War One, and he did some reparations. What are the damages or the effects which affected the Russian government? So he did some recoveries from the First World War damages caused during the First World War. So these two events made more Russian Revolution impact in Russia and around the world. So now we will move to the causes of Russian Revolution. The causes of the Russian Revolution is there are many causes are here. I have given in the slides that I took from the textbook. The first causes is social causes. Second causes is role of revolutionaries. Third causes is autocracy of teaser. Teaser means uh, autocratic leader in Russia during 1917 and 1918. Opposition to teaser and dissolution of Duma. So opposition to teaser means that means is failed to do the duties which will give best and better and peaceful life to the Russian people. So that's why the entire Russian society giving opposition and revolt against the teaser. That is known as opposition to teaser. And next causes is popular uprisings. So this is the one of the other causes which is responsible for outbreak of Russian Revolution. And the next one is global influence of Russian Revolution. And next is abdication of Caesar, and he failed to do the duties which will benefit and bring peace around the society. So he failed to do that. So that made one of the causes for the outbreak of Russian Revolution. So the next one is provisional government. Provisional government is nothing but there is a dual government. There are two parallel bodies or parallel uh, political management system that worked around the 1917 that led to the cause or failure of the Russian government that created the Russian Revolution. Next is failure of provisional government. The next causes is takeover by the Bolshevik party under Lenin. So the introduction itself, I said, after the emerging or coming of Lenin, there is a more revolution and he bring back the peace in Russia and he fighted for the welfare of the laborers, peasants, farmers and poor groups. So that led to the one of the causes led to the Russian Revolution. And the next is outcome of the revolution. Outcome means the result or what's its effect or consequence of the revolution. So now we will discuss one by one. And now we will move to the social causes. The social causes means under social causes, Russian peasants were serfs tied to lands owned by wealthy Russians. So that means, so Russian peasants and farmers were tied and clubbed together with the landlords or lands which they owned by the wealthy Russians. That means, so landlords in the Russian country, along with the land, they had a slaves in the form of peasants. Serfs means those who serve to the landlords like slaves to their entire life. That's known as serfs. So the Russian peasants were almost they were slave under the landlords in Russia. So after the defeat of Russia in the Crimean War, some reforms were introduced. So this is a scenario which prevails in Russia. The peasants were slave under the landlords. So after the Crimean War, Russia got defeated. So thereafter, some reforms were introduced, and that led to the one of the causes for the outbreak of Russian Revolution. So the next point is in 1861, Caesar Alexander II abolished the slavery, but he failed to give enough and piece of land to its peasants and farmers. So he abolished the slavery, but he has not redistributed or divided the land which are owned by the landlords. He failed to do the redistribution of land, and this became the one of the causes for the happening of Russian Revolution, and this led to the social causes and which creates a Russian Revolution in 1917. This is the social cause. In the society, peasants were treated as slaves that made the peasants community to revolt against the or resist against the thesis government. So after some years, outbreak of Crimean War, there were many reforms were introduced to bring back or reverse the betterment of the peasants and farmers in Russia. And Caesar Alexander, who abolished only the slavery system and not gave any single piece of land to the peasants and farmers and for their surveillance, and this created a entire or complete resistance and revolt against the thesis, and this made the cause for the outbreak of Russian Revolution. The next causes is role of revolutionaries. So role of revolutionaries means, so there were many revolutionaries means those who involve in aggressive attitude of getting back the freedom or liberty and to achieve their normal life. They are known as revolutionaries are terrorists. So they involve in the bad government or which is failed to do their roles and duties in favor of the poor peasants, farmers, students, and other communities. So mainly the revolutionaries started emerging in the form of students and many intelligence and experts in different fields. So there are many students and experts in knowledge. They were socialistically inclined towards the propaganda of or conveying the message to the peasantry. So now we are not in a secure or safer position in Russia. So we have to revolt and fight against the Russian government, and this was not successfully happened. So the students, those who are conveying the message of revolting and resisting against the teachers government, they turned into be a terrorism and terrorist. So that the students and other eminents were turned out as a terrorist, and they involved in terrorism based on the Marxist philosophy, which were learned from the Marxism, and the new ideas began to take shape, and a social and democratic labor party was formed. With this, working class had to be rose to action, and they could achieve their goal. So in the first here, students and those who are eminent and intelligent persons were conveying the peasants to how we have to get freedom and how we have to have a peaceful life in Russia. So at one stage, these were not easier to convey and not possible to reach the uneducated peasants. So that's why the students and eminent persons and other intelligentsias were they are switching, and they were inclined towards, or they are trying to convert as a terrorism and becoming a terrorist against the thesis government. So after some time, so and also they are following the Marxist philosophy of new ideas that can shape their entire life, and also a social and democratic labor party was launched to fight against the thesis government. So these were the revolutionaries roles they did for the cause of revolution and social cause, which is responsible for the outbreak of Russian Revolution. So the next point is autocracy of Tsar Nicholas. Autocracy of the Tsar Nicholas. Autocracy means an individual will rule the entire government decisions which is making, which are bonded to others. So the decisions and ideas which he tells or conveys, that is the final one. The person will never discuss with the other officials or other a group of communities or society, or with no one else they will discuss. So he will aggressively and he will desire and violently he will tell the suggestion and decide by himself. That is known as autocracy. Tsar Nicholas II wife Tsarina Alexandra was a dominant personality, and he was under her strong influence. Also was surrounded by mistrusted and flattered ministers. So under the concept of autocracy of the Tsar Nicholas, so autocracy means, as I said earlier, so he is the boss. He will make whatever the decisions, that is final. There will not be any changes. That is the meaning of autocracy. So the Tsar Nicholas, uh, his wife Tsarina dominates the dominates the Tsar Nicholas, and the Tsar Nicholas was surrounded by mistrusted and flattered ministers. Mistrusted means Tsar can't trust them and believe them because they were not true to him, and also they were flattered ministers and they are not sincere and loyal to his government and to him. So this made him strongly to scramble for colonies, and Russia should not be left out of in the scramble for colonial possession. So Nicholas encouraged the Russian army and Russian governments to expanding their territory towards the Manchuria, which was under the control of Japan, and this provoked means this caused a war with Japan in 1904. In this war, Russia got defeated by Japan. Remember this. Remember this year. In the year 1904, Russia trying to expand its territory towards Manchuria. Manchuria was already under the control of Japan, and this led to the Russia war between Russia and Japan, and this is known as Russia-Japanese War, which took place in 1904. In this war, Russia got defeated by Japan forces. So the defeat of Russia against the Japanese and Japanese, this created a intense tense and pressure or unsatisfaction, unhappy towards the community and entire population in the Russia. So on January 23rd, there is a priest known as Father Gapon who organized a men, women, and children all together marching towards the Winter Palace of Tsar's official administration block and demanding a representative national assembly and trying to introduce agrarian and industrial reforms. So this agrarian and industrial reforms and demanding for a representative national assembly leads to the order from Tsar's government to suppress and repress the uh, demanding of this all these ideas, and reforms has to be controlled, and that has to be declined by Tsar. So that's why the Tsar government launches police and soldiers to fire on the mass of men, women, and children, those who are approaching the Tsar's Winter Palace in St. Petersburg. So in this event, the men, women, many children were wounded, and thousands were wounded, and hundreds were killed in this massacre, which was the order given by the Tsar government. And this event is known as Bloody Sunday. So remember this. They may ask in 2 marks or 1 marks, in which nation or in which country the Bloody Sunday event took place. What is the reason or what event that led to the happening of Bloody Sunday. So the Tsar government trying to suppress or decline the protest against the Tsar's government led to the happening of Bloody Sunday. And after this event, riot, strikes, and violence in which the Governor General of Moscow and uncle of Tsar was assassinated by a bomb throwing incident. So due to this, Nicholas was forced to grant a constitution and establish a parliament, the Duma. The Duma means it's a name of a parliament in Russia. The Duma means parliament, the parliament of Russia, Duma. So now we will move to the next concept. Opposition to Tsar and dissolution of Duma. So in the First World War, Russia joined hand with France and Great Britain, and this led to the monarchical or autocracy government got strengthened. For this, the peoples in Russia or the labor or peasants are all joined together and they are giving opposition and revolting against the Tsar government. So the end of the 1916, Rasputin, who had a domineering influence over the Tsar and the Tsarina, was murdered by a member of Tsar's family. The members of St. Petersburg Soviet were arrested. So Rasputin, who had a dominant and influence over both the Tsar and Tsarina, who murdered Tsar's family, and he was arrested, and that led to the opposal for the Russian parliament known as Duma, and it was dissolved and fresh elections held. So here I think so you need some more explanation. So I will give. So in 1916, the person was Rasputin was having a better domination over Tsar and Tsarina. So they were murdered by the Tsar's family, and this led to the Rasputin got arrested, and in the later stage, the Duma or the parliament opposed the Tsar's move. It was dissolved and fresh elections held. So without change of government policy, the fourth Duma ended with the revolution of 1917. So this entire concept about opposition to Tsar and dissolution of Duma means, so the Russian peoples completely they were opposing and revolting against the monarchical and autocracy ruled by the Tsar. And wherever there is a question or demand from the parliament, suddenly the Tsar will dissolve the Russian parliament and look for the fresh election, and that is the meaning of this concept. So now we will move to the next concept, popular uprisings. Popular uprisings means, so these are all the important causes which are one by one taking place in Russia in 1917 that led to the outbreak of Russian Revolution. On 23rd February in 1917, when the socialists celebrated International Working Women's Day, the Tsar seemed unchallengeable, but he had to abdicate on the morning of 2nd March. Though none called for strikes, fearing that the time was not ripe for militant action. So on 1917, 23rd February, the Socialist and Labour Party, they were celebrating International Working Women's Day. The Tsar government is unchallengeable to control them, and he can't disturb them on. He is not able to suppress the celebration of International Women's Working Day on 23rd February 1917. And so the laborers and women, those who are during that time, they were felt that they were not in a position, or it's not the time for a militant action or any other aggressive actions against the Tsar's government. So they were in a silent position and they left the Tsar government. So during that year, masses of women workers demanding bread for workers waved their arms towards factory workers and shouted, "Come out, stop work." The city's 4 lakh workers joined the movement the next day on 24th February. So on 23rd February, the socialists celebrated International Working Women's Day. So on the next day of 23rd, 24th February, masses of women workers were demanding bread for workers and raised their arms towards factory workers and shouted, "Come out, stop work." So the city's 4 lakh workers joined in this movement and revolt against the teachers government. So this is the another uprising or another event that made reason for the outbreak of Russian Revolution. And next, because so this is the appraisal or revolution that took place in 1917. Women's those they are demanding for demanding bread for the workers. See the crowd how they were involved in the mass movement against the thesis government. So now we will move to the next concept. The next causes or next concept is abdication of Caesar. Abdication means to remove a person from the roles what he is doing, or he has to be removed or abandoned or stopped from his what are the roles and duties he is doing due to his failed to success or do betterment for the Russian peoples. That is the meaning of abdication. So the Caesar failed to do best and betterment and bring the peace for the Russian society. So that led to the entire Russian peoples were decided to remove or seat of Caesar's government in Russia. So and this movement led to government and the Caesar ordered to suppress and stop this mass movements against the Caesar's government, and he ordered many orders to stop this movement. So the mutinies were not accepted. So mutinies means the military groups and troops, they were not accepting their orders and they were involved in supporting the other normal publics and other Russian peoples against the Caesar's government. So while this opposition was one side happening, the Caesar can't control this mass movements against the Caesar government. So when he was trying to move by railway, the railway workers stopped him and they were threatening the Caesar's government and Caesar, and this led to the abdication of Caesar Nicholas II, and this event led to the cause of outbreak of Russian Revolution. So next point or next concept is provisional government. So this concept tells about there were two parallel bodies or two parallel political systems to take on or control the government functions. One was bourgeois politicians of old state Duma, and the next one was delegates from the workers council. And these were the two important parallel political bodies. They were trying to control and administer the Russian government, that is known as provisional government. So the bourgeois politicians means, so in this group mainly the middle class and the capitalists were involved in this bourgeois politician group. So in the next group, mainly they were inclusion of leaders or important or major personalities from the working group. They represent the workers association and working councils. So the easily the bourgeois political party or politicians, they formed a parliament due to the weaker support in the delegates from the workers council, and that led to the failure of provisional government, and that made the problem in provisional government, and the delegates of labor union and council were not able to perform effectively, and compared with the delegates of workers council, the bourgeois politicians were dominated the workers council, and that led to the problem in the provisional government, and that made the causes for the outbreak of Russian Revolution.